Oh my gosh, all the stuff. Oh, amazing. I love Wendy B. Look at all this stuff. It's incredible. We've got so much stuff from Wendy B. We're playing Bee Swarm Simulator on Sam's videos, and I'm going to show you how to summon the Wendy Bee, the wild Wendy Bee, the one that gives you all of the treats, all of the goodies. You may have heard on some other YouTube videos where if you... I've got a coin scatter going on. That's not annoying. That's more stuff. It's fun. Okay, so some of the other YouTube channels you've watched, they've suggested that you go to the Wind Shrine and you give it a magic bean. And that may or may not work for you. You probably tried this a couple times and you realized that maybe you got windy and you said, hey everybody, here's how you get windy. But it doesn't always work. You can look in every field after giving up a magic bean and get nothing. So here's what we're going to do. We're not going to do that. We're going to donate something else that is going to give you, for sure, certainly, the summoned wild Wendy Bee in the wild. It is the Marshmallow Bee. This is like a little treat that it's a buff that gives you like increased pollen, increased conversion rate, and so Wendy Bee is actually in one of the fields. Wild Wendy Bee is in one of the fields. Spirit Bear is telling you straight up, there's no question about it. When you give it the Marshmallow Bee, you're in like Flynn. So you heard it here first at Sam's video, Sam's Cast. We're playing Bee Swarm Simulator on Roblox, and we've summoned the wild Wendy Bee by using the marshmallow. Now, if you remembered to get one of the first codes when the marshmallow came out, then you're a very lucky boy. You don't have to do anything else. So I've done the code, and the best place to look for Wendy, just because you have a great vantage of all the other fields, is up here on Mountaintop. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to kind of page up or down or whatever. I'm going to look down here, and I don't see Wendy there. But I have no question in my mind because Spirit Bear told me wild Wendy is in one of the fields. Don't lie. So drop down here. Now, generally, my advice in this game is kill everything on the server. Even the little one hit point rhino beetles like this, kill them. But right now, we are on a quest. We're trying to get wild Wendy. I'm looking in all the fields. There's Brown Bear. Hey, where's Wendy? Whatever. Okay, he's not going to answer. So Wendy's somewhere here, because we've been told that. So there's no question in my mind. I see some extra field boost here in the dandelion field. Sam's the cat is looking. He's looking. What's this? I was in the dandelion field, and all of a sudden, there's wild Wendy. You see that red storm of wild Wendy Bee-ness? That means there's going to be some goodies. I didn't really enlist any friends, but he's pretty easy to beat the first couple times. I've got my Bee Swarm is all basically at level 10. You know, if you're at the level where you can walk in front of Tunnel Bear and kill him, then Wendy, you're going to be able to survive a few rounds with. Look at all this stuff. There's jellies, there's enzymes, there's tickets, there's... Wendy Bee is so generous with the loot. It's really great. So, all you've got to do is use the marshmallow. And now, I feel bad for the people that don't have the Marshmallow Bee to summon the wild Wendy, because you might be stuck on a quest and you might be at the point where it's like, yep, 600 treats from wild Wendy Bee, and you're like, okay, and so you join and you join and you join and nothing happens. But that's not going to be a problem today, because Sam's is going to give you the valid codes. So that you too, as soon as you're done watching this video, if you want, You don't even have to watch the rest of Sam's videos today. You can just subscribe and watch them later. And you can go get Wild Wendy summoned with your buddies, and you can all be grabbing tickets. You can be grabbing jellies. You might get a star. You never know what you're going to get. There's always some magic beans. I mean, Wild Wendy has some of the best loot in the game. Sam's is running around trying to figure out where Wendy went, because when Wild Wendy leaves, it'll say Wendy B is fleeing. That's when you're like, oh man, I've got all the Wendy's that there is. But I see Wendy down here in the rose field, so that means more loot, more stuff. Here on Sam's video, Sam's the cat. That little rectangle, you want to stay out of that because it's going to knock you around and all your bees are going to follow you. So that's like his little warning symbol, like, if you're here, I'ma zap you. And he does. And Sam feels pretty stupid when it happens. But we're not going to let that happen this time. So you just run around. You want to hit, if you've got your own vicious, you want to try to hit that spike as often as possible. Loot, loot, loot. Look at all the loot. It's so fun just fighting Wendy Bee until he leaves. Because you're going to get stuff. I see Wendy. He's up in Strawberry. So this is a great trick, you know, especially for the people who are doing the quests that involve collecting tokens from Wild Wendy Bee. Oh my gosh, Sam's brilliant. I mentioned earlier, stay out of that red rectangle, because that's what's going to happen. Wendy is just going to knock the snot out of you, and you're going to waste some time. But as long as Wendy doesn't flee, that's okay, because we're gonna go knock the snot out of Wendy. So you can see his hit points. We're gonna hit him again. We're gonna get more stuff. We're gonna have more loot. We're gonna have more fun on Sam's videos. Summoning. See how much fun I'm having? Bouncing my head off the wall. It'd be so great when I stop hitting my head on the wall. But this really is. The Bee Swarm Simulator is such an addictive game. I mentioned in my last video that I hadn't made a video in a couple of weeks because I was playing a very addictive game. Well, this is that game. Loot, loot, loot. Look at all the loot. I'm having a blast here. But this is a game. It's like the programmer Onet, he really understands the whole dopamine process, because right when you think, you know, I've had enough of the Bee Swarm Simulator, he'll throw something cool in there. And you're like, oh, I have got to battle Wendy. And Wendy is actually winnable in the game. Wendy was briefly available for Robux. But there is a pedal challenge where if you donate to the Wind Shrine and give the Wind Shrine your pedal instead of using it to craft one of the items, then the Wind Shrine will be forever grateful to you and give you opportunities to get your own Wendy Bee egg. So that's the way you got to do it now, unless they put it back on sale again. The first edition one is no longer on sale. So here's the codes. I promised I'd give you codes so you could go do this yourself. So the first one I'm going to type in, it's the Marshmallow Bee. So I'm just going to type in Marshmallow. There we go. Now I've already redeemed these. I'm just showing you the process. And now I'm going to type in Teespring. Now both of these will give you the Marshmallow Bee treat. And then all you got to do is go give one of those to the Wind Shrine. Everything's happy. You get to go running around with your friends, hunting for Wild Wendy Bee. It's going to be a lot of fun. Trust me. You can use the Discord 100K to get the buff. I don't know if that's going to give you the Wild Wendy in the field. If it works for you, leave a comment about that also. Thanks for watching. And since you made it this far, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Respect the cat. Peace out.